My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm writing statements on behalf of the Chevron Harris. She's being sexually molested and robbed by cops from Houston, Texas for the past 8 years and 7 months. The cops from Houston, Texas are playing entrapment games with me now. Very serious entrapment games. They're endangering the welfare of children. Um, the train stopped intentionally on 8th Street. I had no reason to stop there at all. And it stood there for quite some time. I mean, the train had a reason to stop there and make it stop, but it didn't have a reason to stall for almost 20 minutes. And so I decided to leave. And I left right after a woman left. And when she left, I looked up to see why she left. And she left because the kids were like all around her, laying around her, or whatever. So I left too, and I went to the next car. The car I was in is 2711. It was approximately about from 3:30, or you might say 3:15 to 4:10 when I left. That's the duration of the time that I was in that train, texting my message. You can see the video. So I left, and I went down some steps, and when I went down some steps, I noticed that there was a woman in there, and she was walking left and right, and she was trapped in there. So I thought that maybe there wasn't a way out of there. So I went to the left, and there was a way out of there, and I started walking away. And when I started walking away, another person dressed in black passed me, and you can detect their um, SIM card, GPS signal passing me, and you can also uh, detect their body walking, because there's cameras on the building out there. So you could determine that it was somebody, a male, it was a man, and that he was hurrying away from that particular spot. So anyway, finally I came out and I'm here. But in the duration of the time that I was in that car, uh, the cops from Houston, Texas arranged them children to go in there. They arranged them children to go in there and sit in there and act the way they were acting. Now, the cops from Houston, Texas, endangering the welfare of children to make them do something like that. So I left, and here I am, almost at Coney Island. It was a stop away from Coney Island where 8th Street is. And they're trying to entrap me with whatever it was that they was doing over there. I have nothing to do with that. I don't know. All they do all day long is try to figure out how to entrap me, put me in handcuffs so they could fuck my brain up, so they could either own me or they want to cut my throat, make me invisible, and then absorb my spiritual essence so they could have my spiritual abilities. That's what they do. They do that to grounds. Some of these cops are grounds. Some of them have 5, 10 grounds in them, all stuck together, hanging behind them like on a cord. True story. I'm not lying to you. And that's where they want to place me. And they have them hanging on a cord, and they use all these grounds abilities. You don't have to believe me. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen with my own eyes. Before dealing with these cops, I didn't know nothing about that. I know everything I know from experience, from being around these cops all the time. Every time they get caught up in an entrapment scheme that backfires on them and it entraps them, they create another scheme to try to get out of that entrapment. And they keep playing these games over and over and over and over again. I'm not trying to be accused of anything. They're trying to make me the scapegoat for robbing and doing whatever they did to the Chevron Everest. They did whatever is wrong or whatever has occurred with the Chevron Everest. They took all the money from the Chevron Everest that's missing. They purchased all the property that was purchased with the Chevron Everest and they own it under another name or somebody else is owning it for them, but it's theirs. You understand it? And these cops is trying to get rid of me because I continue to write them up. They took my female companion away from me and gave her to everybody and destroy her physical anatomy features by having men sexually molest her, man after man after man after man after man. I'm not trying to get accused for anything that I didn't do. I shouldn't be handcuffed because I'm not committing no crimes. They're trying to make it seem that I commit crimes because they want me in handcuffs because they want to saturate my brain. Look, right now, one of them is following me. They follow me around all the time. They listen to everything I say. If you view that under a thermal monitor, you'll see. They left now, out of the vision of the camera. But if you hacked into this camera and you was looking at the other side of this phone through the other camera, you would see them. The Chevron Everest, she's gone. She's been gone. I just stay writing it up and writing it up and writing it up because I'm going to be the one that's going to be accused. I'm the scapegoat. But I'm not letting them make me a scapegoat because I'm saying everything they're doing. And I asked this court for assistance years ago, and this court just ignored my request for assistance over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know if it was to protect the integrity of the criminal justice department. I don't know why it was, but they ignore my pleas for assistance. They ignore my pleas for them to assist this woman. Many of these law enforcement entities tell me, mind my business is none of your business. You can't say nothing about this. We don't gotta listen. And they do gotta listen. Because the law says if I see a crime, to report it. And that's what I did. I reported a crime that was being committed by cops. And because there was cops that was committing these crimes, they ignored it. Please. My name is Larry Rodriguez, and I'm not committing crimes. Please review the videos of the train recordings. Thank you.